This is Blackbeard's compass. It's a new puzzle box. It comes from Escapewelt of Germany. I had a load of fun recently solving the Sherlock's camera puzzle box, which is a similar idea, similar style. This one is a pirate themed one. We've got a map, we've got rope, we've apparently got to try and find the compass that's hidden within it. So join me today and we'll see if we can unlock its secrets. So, Blackbeard's compass, it has a solution time of 90 minutes. You can see there's different items around here. So it looks like there's a treasure map here. We've got all sorts of sliders on this side, a ship's wheel. We've got what looks like some navigational directions. Again, on this side, 0, 90, 180, 270. Looks like northeast, south, and west. And there doesn't seem to be any indication as where we're going to start. It does feel a little bit like the lid's going to lift off here. But I have a stopwatch today, so let's reset this to 12 o'clock. That can keep an eye on the time. I'm going to need a coffee, and let's bring in a notebook in case I need to make any notes on the puzzle here. So let's get started and see how difficult this is to solve. Where do we start? So I think on the Sherlock's camera one, I had a position that said start here. On this one, I can't see anything. There's some writing here. It looks like this possibly says safe. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure about this one here. Not sure what that lettering spells out in this symbol here. We can spin these around and there's all sorts of different symbols on there, but I don't think I've seen those yet. We've got the ship's wheel here. We can set our navigational course, although I don't know which direction we want to start in. And it feels like this is, oh, okay. We've got a bit of friction at that point. Don't want to break anything. So this could potentially be some kind of combination lock, although I guess it's hard to know which direction you're pointing in at the moment, so I don't know which way we can set our course. These pieces are going to possibly pull out. These sliders here have got different symbols on them. We've got what looks like a little pirate captain on this one here, and little arrows pointing to where they presumably want to be set, although I don't know how we're going to find that out. We've got this treasure map. Feels like potentially this piece here is going to pull out and we are to release that treasure map. And some holes and stuff. If we find some tools, we could probably place them in there. This rope looks like it wants to come off. Can't really see any clues as to the obvious starting spot on this. Unless I'm missing something fairly obvious, which is always possible. I'm wondering if this rope puzzle can be done so that we can actually just undo it. It's not got much movement on it. So I think maybe if I loosen this off here, that's quite hard work. And then loosen this off. So now we've got this loop here. If I can get this hole here, looks like it's big enough to potentially fit this through. And if I can do that, I can loop this through there and undo the whole thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this should be enough now. So if I pull this through, we're going to feed this through here and we should now be able to unlock this section. Right, here we go. Maybe I don't even need to take that bit fully off. Right. I'm going to release, is this going to release the bottle? Let's see, we can take this bottle off. Okay, yeah, we've got it out. So we've got our ship's bottle, although that doesn't look like it could be a tool actually. And then on the inside here, there seems to be some stars and some symbols. We've got stars on the underneath of this here. So maybe these stars correspond with this. So we've got to try and work out our map. We're going to navigate by the stars. So we've got Roman numerals as well. So I guess, is this a sequence where we're going to put them in? So here's number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and it looks like it goes up to 4 with no 5. So it feels like this has to relate to this, but then what do we do from there? Can we push these actually? I'm not sure if these pieces just look like there's a bit of a gap there. I'm not sure if that's just because of the way they've been cut and inserted, or if there's actually some kind of movement in these. Doesn't feel like there's any movement in those. We also have a ship's wheel here with some symbols on it. Doesn't seem to relate to this part though. Could we draw these all together? It's going to be a bit awkward. I wonder if we can, if we could take these out, it would be a bit easier to actually play with them. But, or we could use this as a tool, I suppose. What can we do with this? Thought perhaps we'd be able to fit it into one of these gaps here like this or something, but it doesn't seem to want to go in there. Doesn't want to go in there either. Is there any clues on this actual image? I can't see anything. So we're back to these stars again. I suppose I could try and join these up. Would they join up as an image? I don't know. So I'm a little bit stuck here as to what we are trying to do with these star symbols on the side here. It's got the Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4 of them. On the other ones it doesn't have any, and I'm just wondering if it's a kind of jigsaw. We're trying to build it up to create a picture. And then under here, obviously we've got similar starry images. So are we trying to map it onto here so that we can then get some navigational compass points, the degrees that we want to be setting our course to? I don't know. So I'm gonna have a look. So we've got this star system here. So I'm gonna look for, which one was it? Number 4. Because number 4 has this like slightly larger star with some points on it. And I'm gonna see if I can find that on the underneath here. So we've got one of them here. Doesn't look quite right. This one. So there's actually quite a lot of them on the underside here, and I don't know how it relates to it. Definitely looks like there's a little bit of a gap. Oh, okay. Okay, we have the pieces coming out. So all the pieces just seem to have fallen out the front here, and now we have a new dial. Looks like there's some coins, and there's a little bit of a magnet section there. We'll come back to that, I think, in a minute, but let's do our jigsaw first of all. So this is way easier. Trying to draw it was just quite hard work. And I wonder if the whole thing is one big jigsaw, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4 is just points on the jigsaw that we need to refer to later on. So let's have a look. Can I do an 8-piece jigsaw? This is the question. I don't seem to be able to actually produce a proper coherent picture from this jigsaw. The pieces just don't seem to fit together unless I'm doing something not quite right. Just don't seem to be able to fit them together in a way that they make a nice image. So I'm not sure if I need to take a new angle on this and just use the pieces 1 through to 4, or if there's something that I'm just missing that's super obvious here. But so this looks like it's got the ship's wheel and those symbols on it, but the symbols don't relate to any kind of directions, I don't think. So when I turn this, it gets stuck in certain directions. So at certain points, it gets stuck, but there doesn't seem to be anything on the actual wheel itself that's pointing to a certain number on the chart here. So I don't know if when it gets stuck, whether that's just it being a bit sticky or if it actually is meaningful. Okay, here we go. So I found some of the symbols are on these ones here. So where did I see those symbols? On here, on the ship's wheels. So we can spin some of these around. So we've got the bomb, we've got an oyster shell by the looks of it, a barrel. How do we know which one we want? Oh, okay. What is happening here? I can move this feather on the top. So this whole top piece, oh, it's actually coming right off. Okay. So I've just removed the entire top half of this puzzle. I had no idea we could do that. Looks like there's a piece just in here, an anchor with a magnet in it. I feel like I should be able to get that out. Okay, so now we have a tool, an anchor with a magnet in it. On the underside of here, it looks like we've got our palm trees, desert island. I can't see any clues on there just now. So we've got this, and we've got a compass here as well. So we are looking for Blackbeard's compass, and this looks like is where it's going to be, under here. So, okay, so let's see what can we do with our anchor. So the anchor could go in here. Yes, that feels like it's doing something. What is that doing? In fact, we've also got this magnet. Let's see if that works on there. Does it? Yes, there we go, look. So we've got our little ship's wheel with our pointed compass star on it. Don't know what that... Oh, okay. So now I can move these swords. How do we want those to be? And if I put both the swords up to the top like this, I can now slide this piece out. This is going to come down. Everything is now moving all at once. Right, what is going on? That comes down. Sword's now stuck in place. We've got this scary looking character on the front here. I'm not sure where he's from. This one, don't have enough light to actually see what's happening in there. Can I get my ship's bottle? I don't know if the ship's bottle is going to come in useful at some point. I feel like I've not used it, or it's not really been of any use up until now. So what I did there was pull this out. This comes down into this position, but then it doesn't seem to have actually... Oh my goodness, okay. Just taking pieces. Okay, so that was probably what happened there. I've released this piece, so we're going to need to release these 3 pins, and then we can probably take this top off. Can't quite sneak a peek of what's going on inside there just yet, so we need to set all these things obviously to the correct position to remove these. Then we've got a map, so I need to solve the puzzles on each of these sides. Okay. So now we have a bit of a better idea of what we're aiming to do. Right, so we've still got all these stars to deal with, but for now I'm just gonna not focus on that and try and solve these ones. So we've got, on this side, we've got the kind of skeleton pirate. We've got a compass with some directions on it. Then underneath that we've got a treasure chest, and underneath that we have a barrel. So I have seen some of those symbols before, and those symbols were... So I don't know if we've just not got to the step for this one yet. Maybe there's more, maybe it's on the treasure map or something that we need to uncover. I feel like there's 4 sliders here. There is presumably like 3 positions they could be in: left, center, or right. Okay, it might be a little bit more complicated than I'd first thought, so we'll park that idea. Coming back to the ship's wheel, can we do anything here? That ship's wheel's actually popped out a little bit. What's happening? So it's definitely coming apart. You can see it's come out about 5 mil or so there. I'm really good at breaking these kind of puzzles, but I don't know. I've taken the ship's wheel off. Whether it's supposed to come off or not, I have no idea. Right, I feel like that probably kind of shouldn't come off there, but can we use it anyway? Oh. Okay. What was that? Was that the... Let's just see. Would those come... They come down anyway. Right, amazing. Can I get the map out now? And we've got a treasure chest behind the map. Okay, let's check this out. So, we found the treasure map at last, and it feels like it's going to be another jigsaw. Right, let's put this together. So, compass point at the top. Then we've got our island. That feels like it's going to go in there. So this is nowhere near as hard as that 8-piece puzzle, which was obviously just incredibly difficult. X marks the spot, although we do also have some other X's. So you can see on here, it has treasure here, and I'm trying to spot and see if there's any other kind of... Okay, so we've got pearl, arrow. I'm just going to make a note of these ones. So then I guess we need to decide on which way we're going. So maybe this is where the direction comes in, so we can decide whether we need to go to the north, to the south, or to the east. We don't really have a west option here. So if I position that in this way, do the islands make any indication of which way we're going to position it? This side here we need to figure out. So we've got safe, we've got money. So money, where was money? Money's up here, and on the money island we have palm trees, and we have an island. I can't see much there, so let's see what we've got. We've got, kind of took that wheel off. I don't know if we can... Oh, this bit's moving, look. We can spin this around. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, okay. We've removed another piece. So I'm slowly deconstructing this entire box. And okay, we've got movement now. Okay. So we found a whole load of waves here. This is, I guess, going to relate back to this section here. So we've just got to try and make some sense of this. So it looks like we're going to start here. There's an arrow pointing to 2 waves. 2 waves, 3 waves, 1 wave, 2 waves, 3 waves, 1 wave. Okay, on the waves section, you'll notice here, we've got 1 wave, 2 wave, 3 waves. So, I don't know, I think, so we've definitely got 3 positions here that they can be in, 1, 2, or 3, I just don't know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's 18 of these in total, which doesn't really give you much in terms of how you're going to set it. Oh, okay. It's coming out. It seemed like it was a 1, 3, 3, 1. I don't know. I didn't really get there by any kind of logical means. I just kind of seemed to get that. So we've got this final key to remove. We need to figure out this one. And I've actually just realized if I have a look at these words again, so I thought this one was safe. It looks like it looks like a $ here, right? AFE, kind of thought that's what I was making, but now I'm seeing STATE, which is our state. Money was also one of our treasure locations. And what is the last one here? ARR. ARROW. OW, okay. Yeah. ARROW. That's giving us arrow. So now we have our 3 places. So what has state got on it? State has an island. We've got 2 palm trees. We've got the direction, I would say, is north or 0. I don't know if that's going to be something to do with our stars again. We've got to try and figure out these symbols. Barrel, and I have seen those somewhere. This hasn't been used yet. We did get the treasure map from here. Treasure map came from here. This one, circle, like here. Maybe we use this as a key. That could fit in there like that, I guess. Then we've got some symbols relating to numbers. So we've got 16, 7, 22, 17, 12, 13. Some coins beside it. What do these numbers mean? Is there a number for state? Can't see a number on this map at all. We've got another one here, 5, 5 dash, 5. This one, look. So you can see it's got this little cutout here. So maybe if I move that out of the way, that seems to fit quite nicely there. So we've got 2 keys here. It looks like 2 keys that we can place into these cogs to read out the code. But what number do we use? 5. 5 right in the middle. And it's got these dashy lines. I don't know if that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dashy lines. 6 dash lines to state. We have a 6. So if we put that in there, like this, then our 6 dash lines to state would give us barrel. Okay. Must be on this one, is it? Arrow. Okay, down here. So let's follow that rather long line. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22 for arrow, which would be, okay, this feels good. 22 for arrow. We're using this key here. 20, we'll use it. Circle. Gives us bone. Money's here. So we're going to follow that line now. 12. Come on, please be on here. Yes, 12 is on here as well. So if we put that in place, 12 is reading out as, 12 gives us, what does 12 give us? Right on the line, no it's not. 12 gives us, I'll move this up, that's a bit better. gives us boat. Okay, so 12, and it was boat. Right, let's see. Do we have these symbols on here? Oh, it is, it's coming out. Okay, so finally, I've got all the pieces out. Does this mean we are going to be able to lift off the top here? Let's have a look. So, use this. Yes, here we go. And we have found Blackbeard's compass. Nice. So it's got some, we're going to try and take this out. Yes, okay. There is Blackbeard's compass. We've got a bit of space in here to store something, a little bit of space you could put like a note or a small gift or something in there. And I think that is the puzzle solved. Well, time is an hour and a half if this watch is at all accurate. So that is bang on the 90-minute suggested solution time. This one was pretty fun. A lot of steps to do here. Some of them, there was one step that I wasn't entirely sure how it came to be. I think I just got a bit lucky. But overall, pretty engaging puzzle box. I'll leave a link as always down below if you want to check that out. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.